This is Wiss. Sometimes a single act of kindness can cross oceans and years later come back to you in ways you never imagined. This is the story of a boy, a gift, and a miracle that changed two lives forever.
When I was 9 years old, I watched the news about a country hit by a massive typhoon. Entire towns were gone, families were crying on TV, and kids were holding on to nothing but mud-soaked clothes. I was just a little boy, but my heart felt heavy. I didn't know what to do. I didn't have money, but I had something. I had my favorite toy car, a small, shiny red car that I always carried in my pocket. My mom told me I could send it through a relief drive at our school. So I placed it in a small box, wrapped it in newspaper, and wrote a little note. From a friend across the sea, K. I didn't expect anything. I just hoped some kid somewhere would smile again. Years passed. I grew up. That memory faded into the back of my mind. Until one day, I was scrolling online and stumbled upon a post shared by a friend. It was a girl's post. She wrote, When I was little, I lost everything in a typhoon. But one day, I received a small box in the relief goods. Inside was a red toy car and a note that said, From a friend across the sea, K. I don't know who you are, but that gift saved me. It reminded me that even when you lose everything, kindness still exists. Attached was a picture of the note, my handwriting, my small, messy handwriting. My heart raced. I couldn't breathe. That was mine. That was me. So I messaged her. I don't know if you'll believe me, but that A was me. I sent that toy car years ago. She replied almost instantly. You're the boy who saved me. After that moment, we started talking every day. At first, it was about that moment. What she felt, what I felt, how strange and beautiful it was that something so small connected two kids across oceans. But soon, our conversations grew deeper. We talked about life, about dreams, about everything. Until one day while we're talking in FaceTime, she admitted,
Back then, I told myself, if I ever met the boy who sent that car, I'd never let him go, because that boy gave me hope when the world gave me nothing.
And for the first time in my life, I cried because of happiness, in silence. Months later, I flew to her country. At the airport, my hands were shaking. Would she recognize me? Would she even feel the same? Then I saw her, holding something in her hand. It was the red toy car. She smiled through tears and say,
You kept me alive. Now let me keep you forever.
And right there, in that crowded place, I hugged her tight, and I knew that one small act of kindness I did as a boy had written the greatest love story of my life.
Sometimes the smallest things we do, things we even forget, become the biggest miracles in someone else's life. Subscribe for more here in Wiss.